Thank you. Yeah, the producer, Chris, was all in a panic. Bartle wasn't going to come back on the show. Thought he was quitting mid-show. Maybe he got canned mid-show. That could have been it. It's sweeps week.
I was eating. I was enjoying some Mountain Mike's
Mountain Mike's Pizza. Go visit them. Stockdale in California. I wish I could visit them more often, but instead I just make Griff bring us the pizza.
Yeah, I mean, that's the way to do it.
That is the way to do it. And we got a wide selection today. We got a Hawaiian, pepperoni, we got olive and mushroom, and some tomato bacon. Look at everything pretty much has bacon on it, which you can't go wrong.
No, you can't go wrong.
Ryan Holt, Kevin Bartle here on Condors Unleashed. It's our last Condors Unleashed of 2013. We don't return until after January. I'm talking to the wrong camera. It's this camera
over
now.
there.
No, it's this one right here.
Oh, you're right. It is that one.
Yeah, it is that one now. All right. It's only episode 8. We'll figure this one out. But Condors Unleashed returns in 2014. We'll take Christmas off, New Year's, and next week off as well. So a little vacation for us, Barts, from Condors Unleashed.
I mean, not really. We'll be working.
Yeah.
We just won't be here.
All right, player guest in studio, Chet Pickard joining us, Condors netminder and picks. We thought we were all getting ready for a big game on Saturday night, and then, well, Vegas doesn't make it. So what was your guys' impression throughout the day? Obviously, thought we were playing all day, got ready, and then no game that night.
Yeah, it was a really weird situation. The first time I've been part of that, I've been in games where they've been started later because of snow, but it was honestly, it really sucked. You know, we prepared the whole day to play the game, and then got to the rink, and you know, a couple minutes later, found out the game was canceled because they left late and the snow happened. So I don't know. You get your nap in, you eat your carb load, and then you
get bag skated.
And then you get bag skated.
But,
thanks to that guy.
Yeah, I don't know. It happens, and it's part of the game. But you know, it would have been nice to play that game, and I think we had a pretty good feeling coming into that game in the room, and you know, we were gonna win that game. So it's life, though.
You probably wanted to get back at them, too, after a pretty good game on Friday they ended up taking the points right out of your hands. It was a big game. I mean, these are the guys you're trailing right behind in the standings right now. I imagine you were ready to get after it.
Yeah, I think after Friday's game, you know, I thought we played pretty good and we deserved a better outcome. And, you know, that's why I said Saturday, I think we all had a pretty good feeling. We were all really excited to play the game. And, you know, I think we were going to come out and storm there in the first period. And for me, I felt good the night before in the game, so I was excited to get back out there and play well. So, but like I said, that's how it works. We can't control those things, and you know, we'll beat them in the makeup game, I guess.
There you go.
Now, we had the earlier slide from Moncton, New Brunswick. That's where you were born, but spent most of your time in Edmonton. Take me through that. Winnipeg.
Okay. Yeah, no, I was born in Moncton and moved to Winnipeg when I was 9 years old. So. Pretty much grew up in Winnipeg. That's where I played all my hockey. Love Winnipeg. It's a great city.
Where do you get more snow, in Moncton or in Winnipeg?
I don't know.
Couldn't they have moved you somewhere where there was less snow than Moncton, or what?
I think it's a little different. You know, like Moncton was pretty like wet snow. You know, being on the coast more, and then Winnipeg's just cold and dry snow and really cold.
Really?
Ice.
They get the outdoor game coming there in 2016 too, so that should be fun. Outdoor game in Winnipeg.
It's good.
February.
They'll have to put a plow on the front of the Zamboni.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
it's space heaters just around the stadium. Yeah. Now, you're not the only netminder in the family. Your brother Calvin up in the American Hockey League with Lake Erie. Mm-hmm. So what we wanted to know was, who's the shooter in the family? I mean, you had 2 goaltenders for brothers. Was there anybody around that could shoot on you guys, or you just wear your pads and get in net?
Yeah, I don't know. Like growing up, he was younger, so he went in net, you know. And
maybe so you were the shooter.
I was the shooter.
All right. Always take shots on the younger brother.
There you go. Obviously, we have lots of friends around, but yeah, you know, he actually played out a lot longer than I did. I kind of jumped in the net when I was pretty young, I think, and he played out for a little bit longer than I did. So, but yeah, really weird that we're both goalies, and it was weird because it's not like he could wear my gear like handed down. You know, yeah. He's a little bit shorter than me, so I think it was pretty tough on my parents there when we were growing up. But you know, it's great. He's doing well, and it's I'm really excited for him. Really happy for him. He's in a good spot there in Colorado's organization. So
now,
it's good.
I mean, when kids are playing, you know, youth hockey growing up, a lot of times they play both. Sometimes there'll be one season they'll be in net, and then they'll skate out the next. You know, when they're little. At what point did you stop skating out and you decided, I'm goalie, I'm in?
Yeah, I don't know the exact age, to be honest, but it was during the season where you took your turn playing goalie on the team. So every game there was a different guy playing or a different player playing goalie. And I played my game, and I think I let in 7 goals, and I enjoyed it. And then the person didn't want to play the next game, and I said I'd play, and that's kind of where it started.
Interesting.
And yeah, I don't know. It was just kind of built off that. And I think my parents wanted me to play out a little bit more still, and I just didn't want to come out of the net. So it's fun. Weird, I guess. But
how much conversation is there between your brother and yourself, maybe after a game or after a weekend? Hey, how'd everything go? How many conversations are there? I mean, normally you have guys who talk to their parents or talk to their dads, but you have a brother who's going through the same thing you're going through. So, what's the conversation like between yourselves?
Yeah, we talk a lot, obviously. He's my younger brother, so I've tried to help him out as much as I can, and he helps me out a lot too. And, we both were drafted high, and we went through situations, and I took different paths than he took. And so we definitely share a lot of information. But during the season when we talk, I wouldn't say it's so much about hockey. It's more about life and that sort of thing. I mean, sometimes it's you focus on the game when you're at the rink and at practice, and then you just kind of try to let things go. But definitely, like I watched his game the other day on our day off, and he actually got lit up 6-2. So I don't know if I'll watch another one, but he's a good kid.
So actually in Lake Erie, John Oliver's son there as well, Mark Oliver. So
there you go.
Couple of Condors connections.
So every Monday you guys don't call each other and complain about your defense and stuff? Like no. You wouldn't believe how bad they hung me out on Saturday night.
No, never. We're not those people. We more so blame ourselves or talk about something we did wrong or that sort of thing. But no, like I said, we don't really talk too much about the game because we don't get to watch each other play. So
right.
We're not going to talk about it really. So
and now before, you spent last season in Sweden, last couple of years, but before that you were with the Nashville Predators organization. You spent a lot of that time in Cincinnati. Mm-hmm. The other goaltender in Cincinnati when you were there, Brian Foster, now up in Stockton. So you've gotten to see him a couple of times, face off against him a couple of times. What's that been like going against your old goaltending buddy?
Yeah, it's been awesome actually. Me and him really hit it off there. We actually lived together in Cincinnati, which is probably strange that 2 goalies on the same team live together, but I don't know. Like he was just a really awesome guy. We became like professional ping pong players. We put a ping pong table in our room and just played every day, all day, and it was awesome. But
I like it.
He's a great guy, and I kept in contact with him, and it's obviously really fun. I think he's a really good goalie, and
it's fun to beat him too.
It's fun to beat him, and it's fun to play against him because like I said, I think he's a good goalie, and it's fun playing against good goalies.
So how's the ping pong game now? Is it still up to par?
Yeah,
or
you
what?
got a little rusty.
It dropped off big time.
Yeah. You got to keep it up. I mean, you can't just throw the pads on the shelf and put them on 2 years later and be great again, right?
Yeah, I haven't played in a while, so it's really bad probably.
You spent last season over in Sweden. Actually, your mask is from your team over in Sweden.
And this
that one's out of commission. This is out of commission right now. Yeah. Take us through what happened Friday night, and are you doing all right? Are you a little bell rung here this weekend?
No, that was just the guy had to kind of walk down the pipe, and he had a guy open towards the back, and he just decided to rip it. I think he closed his eyes and ripped it as hard as he could at my face, and that was the first time actually my cage has ever bent in, and luckily I had a good cage on, I guess.
How bad was it bent?
It was bent right in, like against my nose.
Oh, it was touching.
Yeah. Had I taken another one that game, I could have been in trouble. But I don't know. It's part of the game. It's part of being a goalie, and I would have way rather stop with my face than it going in. So at that point, I only had like 6 shots in the game, so I guess it kind of woke me up. Good.
Took another one up high in that game too, off the collarbone or lower neck and stuff too.
Yeah. Maybe I should
It's not easy being a goalie.
The puck finds those locations, don't they? If there's somewhere with no pads, it hits it.
Yeah. That's like on a tip and stuff. But like I said, you got those guys, and your forwards and your D-men that are blocking shots with a lot less gear. So
right.
It's not so bad.
What was your? We only have a couple minutes here, but what was your time in Sweden like last season?
It was awesome. I was loaned there by Nashville, and at first I was kind of nervous. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know anything about the league or Stockholm, and but it was actually an awesome place to play. The team was great. The fans were amazing. It was we get like 8,000 a game, and they would just chant the whole game, and our team did pretty well. So it was a pretty fun experience, a good change of scenery for me. Things with Nashville's organization never really worked out very well, and so I was fortunate that they loaned me there to kind of get a a change of scenery, and it was awesome. I had a really good time in Stockholm.
Bartz would like the chanting. He's a big soccer fan. But
the fans over there in Europe are crazy. I love it. I love that the hockey games over there mirror that. I mean, the flares in the stands and drummers and flags.
Yeah,
and
he's all about
chanting.
that.
I think it's great. I think it's awesome, and it's a great environment.
Chet, we got to let you go, but we appreciate you coming over and
so.
taking some time with us. Good luck this weekend.
Have some
3
pizza
big
on
games
your way
and,
out.
yeah, grab some
Coach
pizza
won't
on
care.
your way
He said
out.
it was okay.
Yeah, 1 day off.
That's right.
You can
That's
grab
right.
the pizza here today. But when we come back, we'll be joined by Kyle Bennett from the Condors front office. We'll talk some Guns and Hoses, and we'll make some picks on For the Record. It's all coming up from the Dignity Health Studios, live at the Bakersfield, California, and also on Fox Sports Radio 970.